Good morning, friends. Always a pleasure to have you here on the Mr.DiGG channel. We have got an extremely busy day today. We've got to go to Atomic Sand. We've got to visit the recycle center and check on the sort line and that project. And then we got a conference call at 2:30. So, of course, I've got too many projects going on at one time, but I've got about 30 minutes. And I've been working on clearing some land down here with the Komatsu at the entrance to my drive. I got a good bit done over the weekend. I was able to get some of these larger trees, build us a burn pile for when it cools off, if ever, but made some decent progress. I'm scared to take this one out, and I'll tell you why. Saturday, I hit my water line over there. I was carrying that giant stump that we dug up on one of the recent videos, and of course, it decided to fall out of the bucket right on top of the valve box, turned into a huge PVC repair project. And then on Sunday, I was pulling up some little trees right here and found the water line again. So this weekend was kind of unproductive, but at least we got a little bit done. And while we've just got a few minutes before we have to head up to the landfill, I say let's jump on the old Komatsu and see if we can't bring down some more little trees and add to our pile. Oh boy, just as I was climbing in the excavator, look who followed the truck around. Leroy, you supposed to stay at home. You can't be down here. We're way too close to the road. Let me take Leroy home and feed him something good and see if I can get him to stay. Aggravating dog. Leroy, I only got a few minutes to work on this project and you're cutting into my time. I can't leave you down here. You'll be done going out the road and got hit, or a tree will fall on you. What are you thinking, dude? Come on, let's go home. Now you got to stay here now. I got too much going on today. Be chasing you around and bringing you back. Give him a little wet dog food mixed in with his dry. Maybe he'll stay here. All right, come on, pup. All right, now you stay here, bad boy. Sure as the world, as soon as I got in the truck, he ran right down into the road. Thank goodness no cars came, because he would have got. Hopefully he'll stay now. Let's go get to work. That's not staying, Leroy. You're starting to get on my nerves. Go eat. All right, he's eating his food. I'm watching him on the review camera. I think we're just gonna have to haul butt. Okay, now that our 30 minutes has been reduced to 15, let's see what we can get done. I tell you. We'll leave the door open this time, because last time y'all were fussing at me that it was too squeaky. I don't know why y'all let me start so many projects and have them going on all at the same time. Yeah, I don't know why I do it to myself. I just get bored with one and then I start another. Thank goodness it looked like Leroy stayed at home. I probably shouldn't say that. He'll probably show up any second now, but at least I can get a little bit of something done down here. You know, even if it is 15 minutes, that's 15 minutes off the total time of the job. We're gonna have one hell of a burn pile come winter time though. We got a couple of large pines laying in front of us that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, whoa, don't you throw stuff back on me. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get them out. We might just have to keep breaking them like that, because they've still got the stumps attached to them. I'm also being very careful not to dig too deep so we hit that darn water line again. That made me so mad over the weekend, y'all. Let's see, we'll just add this to a little pile right here. Get off of my thumb. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. Maybe we can drag these pines out. We got a big oak on top too. That'd be some good firewood. Let me see if we can get it out in one whole piece, although this limb is probably gonna break. I'll try not to pinch it too hard. I don't know. Nope. That's a big old oak tree. Still got the stump attached to it too. Get off of there, come on. I'm excited to go over to Atomic with you guys today though. Hadn't seen my old buddy Terry in a little while now. We need to go check on things over there. I think the dredge might be down. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with it, but we'll find out once we get over there today. All this wood is rotten. It just wants to break. I keep hitting my button for my thumb like I've got a hydraulic thumb, but I don't. It's frustrating. Let's see if we can get this limb out of this old oak tree right here. I don't know, it's hung up in a fork up there. Let's see, what about this pine tree right here? If we can get it turned sideways, maybe we can drag it out by the root. Come on, baby. Oh, man. There's still so many standing trees in here, I can't really maneuver myself like I want to. We're just gonna have to rip them apart, I guess. That'll work too. Whatever gets them out of here. Let's try this one. Nope, they're just gonna rip apart on me. I can't get over to it because we got this giant one laid beside us, and I couldn't move it over the weekend. It's just too huge. Gotta saw it up. Oh man, these are still in the ground really good. Let's see. Tell you what, let's just go ahead and back up and grab this big pile, and maybe we can get up there a little bit closer. Grab that big old pine out of there. Try to push all this mess up and bunch it up like that, where we can get us a big old scoopful. There we go. That ain't bad. I think what we'll do after we get done with the excavator down here, we'll take the Cat 299 skid steer, put that little rake on the front of it. We can go around here and clear up all this debris on the ground. One more scoopful and we should be able to get up in there decent and grab that medium-sized pine with the stump still on it. See if we can scoop some of this stuff over to our grab pile. Come on, get up there. There we go. Let's see, I want to grab this oak too. Just put him on the top. grab that whole big old pile right there. Stick our thumb in it. There we go. Now I believe we can get up in there, guys and gals. Hey, if y'all missed the live we did recently with Coco, that was a lot of fun, man. I appreciate all you guys jumping in there. I want to do some more of those. I really like doing the trivia with you guys and giving away stuff. So I think we're going to incorporate a lot more of that into our Trashy Tuesday lineup. Plus, it's hotter than hell outside right now. I really want to get this limb out of this tree. It's getting on my nerves. Try not to scratch that oak that's still standing up. Let's see if we can maybe pinch it right. Ah, it's gonna be a pain in the butt though. Come on. Maybe I can lift it up and out. It's right in the fork of that tree. Almost fell out. Maybe if we rip this little limb off this oak tree. There we go. More than one way to skin a cat, ain't it? Get off of there. Let's see. We'll take our bucket and just kind of shave this tree a little bit. There we go. Now we got it out. We got limbs hung everywhere. That's a dogwood in front of us. I definitely want to save it. A flowering dogwood. They're beautiful trees found naturally all around here in the woods. I want to save it. See if we can drag all this mess back to us now. Get out of the dogwood. Thank you. This area is going to be beautiful when we get done with it, guys. But unfortunately, it's one of those projects, I think, that it's going to look worse before it looks better. We've got a big oak up there. Let's see if we can pull it on down. I think we can. Yeah, get on out of there, buddy. All right, now let's see if we can try to grab this pine tree. We're sideways to it now, so hopefully, nope, it's just gonna break apart, man. That stump is still in the ground, really, really tough. Grab this oak tree, rip it apart. Maybe we can start us a pile right over here. Then once we get that big old pine out of the way, we can we won't have to track. We can just toss it into the burn pile. Sounds like a good idea to me. What about y'all? Yeah, but if y'all did watch the live when we were doing trivia, let me know your thoughts on it. I thought it was pretty fun. I had a blast. I think it'd be cool to, well, definitely cooler than outside, but I think it'd be cool to incorporate a couple of those in every month, maybe 2 or so. Keep me and Coco out of the heat, and you guys get to get free stuff. It's a win-win. Yeah, if we can get that monster pine right there out of the way, that's the one that is messing me up, but it's huge, and I couldn't pick it up and put it on the burn pile. But if we can get it done, then we can just walk right over, grab this pile, and incorporate it into our burn pile. Or at least that's how it works in my head. But I'd like to be able to get these pines out right here. I'm sorry the windshield's so dirty, but the windshield wiper or washer doesn't work anymore. Man, we got to get over there to those actual stumps to get these bad boys out. Let's see if we can, all right, let's back up, grab this big old wad right here. Then maybe we can turn ourselves and get up there and get after those stumps. Just gonna use the bucket to kind of sweep a little bit. Old turn motor ain't as strong as she used to be on this girl, but it still works. Gotta get a little running start. There we go. Move that out of our way. right, go ahead and grab this. Throw it over yonder. Maybe one more sweep. Just to move some of the little limbs out of our way. Now let's see if we can get up in here, go after some of these stumps. Maybe we can. One good thing about having an old scratched up machine in these tight areas is you don't have to worry near as much. See if we can get this oak stump up, wiggle it a little bit. We might just be able to grab it and pluck it. Maybe. Yeah, there we go, baby. Using my rear view camera, look for trees back there. Get off my thumb. Get off me. There you go. And still can't make it to the stumps on these big guys. Let's see what happens if we grab the pine tree. Right here, it's just gonna break, but that's all right. What about this monster right here? I don't know if we can break him. He's pretty massive. Got the stump rolling back there at least. We're gonna have to get further into the woods to get him out. We might be able to yank this one out now. Let's see. Nope, just gonna break. Oh, he's coming. Well, it was. It just broke. I ain't got but a few more minutes, guys, and whenever I start making progress, I don't want to stop. Come on, baby. Play nice. Come on. Might have to leave that one for a later date, y'all. Let's see what we're working with over here. Can't even tell for all the limbs and leaves. Let's see. Got something big. Oh, big pine tree. I just smashed it into my tracks. I don't want to do that, but we got this big old oak. Alright, we gotta be careful here. We're wedged in between two trees, and I'm worried about that one whipping us. This is dangerous. Shouldn't be doing this. But I did it anyway. Sometimes those trees will not break and they'll just whip around, and that's how you bust glass and get hurt, but we didn't get hurt, so we're gonna call that a win. I love getting in here and cleaning this kind of stuff out. It's just so instantly gratifying when you're able to grab these big old wads and clear some space. Let's see if we can go a little bit more and grab this pine. Oh, crap, it's still in my tracks. Get out of my tracks, dude. There we go. Alright, this oak is broken anyway. Whoa. Came up easy. Let's see if we can grab him. Watch out. Get him out of the way. I don't think we're hitting a tree in the back. You go right there for a minute, buddy. Fall on over that way. Or not, whatever. Alright, this one is... top's also broken out of it from the hurricane. Don't want to push it over because that dogwood's right there, but we're We may have to back up and push it that way. Let's see if we can grab this big old pine and its stump. Roll him out. Water's still gushing out of these logs, believe it or not. It's kind of hard to believe after sitting for almost a year. They still got so much sap in them. But we got it turned just right now. We got her. As long as we can turn with it. That oak's not in our way. I think we can make it. Yeah. Got that big old pine right there leaning too. He's got to come down, but we might could go ahead and push it. Let's see. We'll put y'all outside so you can watch. If I don't fall off the excavator, there we go. Let's see what we can do. That was pretty cool. But now we've blocked off our road, so there's that. But it's time to go anyway. Let's go see what else we can get into. Just to show you guys from kind of the driveway view what we're looking like. We got this side pretty much cleared off. I went ahead and took and made some like little steps down here where we can put those big green rocks we got from the Savannah River Bridge project. And then we'll just kind of stage them all around, plant this side up, do the same thing on this side. But as I told y'all before, the water line comes through here and I'm not messing with that until I've got all my PVC stuff ready to fix it. We'll probably leave this medium-sized oak right here to give us some shade, do some azaleas and all kind of plants down here. And then watch the deer eat them. All right, now we're headed to the top of the hill. Well, I wasn't lying when I said we come to the top of the hill. We're on the very top of the hill where the guys are moving some overburden, it looks like, on the side slope of the landfill. And I want to walk over here and check the dig out for myself and give you guys just a little different perspective. It's going to be another hot one today. Beautiful skies, though. Good day to be alive, y'all. Let's see where we're digging at right now. They're digging overburden. They should be pretty high up on the slope up here, but I don't see them. Okay, looks like Ivan might be hauling from a different spot because I can see the Volvo 30 ton and the 550. I can kind of see it right there. Looks like they're still digging clay. So Mr. Ivan might be loading himself from some of the overburden. Overburden is what's right underneath the topsoil. And as we strip land for the landfill, we take and stockpile, of course, the topsoil for screening. Then the overburden's next. It's kind of like a cheaper topsoil, if you will. Still has some nutrients to it, but it's not near as rich as topsoil and it's a little more sandy. And that's our mountain of overburden right there that you see in the distance. Because there goes the another Volvo with the chalk material making the long haul. I know it's kind of hard to see, but there's the actual landfill tipping floor right there. Still, per usual, trucks lined up waiting to dump, and we're still digging. And we had Luis up on the concrete pile this morning. He had the jackhammer busting up some concrete. And don't see a whole lot happening over at Gringo right yet. See a couple of the Hyundai loaders running around moving material. Well, I told you guys we'd make it up here to the sorting line. She's still sitting. We do have some containers underneath it, and we're going to be pouring concrete possibly this week for a pad up there for the trucks to dump on, and then run it up the sort line and be able to pick the material. It's just been a very slow process because we've got to have the business to sustain it once we start hiring people, and we're just not quite there just yet. So what we're doing in the meantime, we're dumping it on this concrete pad. If y'all remember, what was it, last year? We had this old greenhouse frame here. We've taken it down, so we're gonna start building some cool stuff over here. Now would be an excellent time to hit the notifications bell if this stuff interests you, because we just pulled the trigger yesterday on a huge clear span building to house all of our operations, or most of our operations up here, to get us out of the weather. And so what we're gonna do is take some of our big retaining wall blocks to create the walls of it, and then have a giant clear span building up here. I am super excited about this project. Zach showing some fellas our little operation over here. These guys have actually been in C&D recycling, so they're giving us their 2 cents and helping us figure this thing out, because we've got to make it flow good. We want to run it across the sort line, gravity feed it down into bins or grinders or balers, process it over here. We've got one loading dock already so that we can load the material out. It's just taking a little bit of time, like I said, to get it all figured out, because I don't want to have to come back and redo things. So I think the best thing is just to do it like we're doing now. Hand sorting, going through it. Okay, what's the majority of the material? Where does it need to be processed? And then we can kind of build our whole site around the materials coming in and hopefully make it flow very well. Good bit of concrete coming in with this material. You can see some sheetrock, some PVC, a little bit of metal. But we've got to be able to do something with each of those materials in order to process it and then have it for recycling or sale. I see a lot of the containers over here have this big PVC conduit in it. We're going to have to shred that, bale it, and then find a buyer. We're segregating out all of the wood. This will go to Gringo for mulch production. So we're, you know, I'm excited. At least we're doing something towards our recycling goal. Y'all know me, and I want to recycle so bad, but as I've explained in the videos, it costs more. It's triple the price of going into the landfill. So there's got to be some incentive. And the reason that we have this material here is because a local project that's going on is under the LEED certification. That's Leaders in Energy Efficiency Design. They have to meet certain recycling goals, and that's what we're doing here, is helping them meet that goals by going through it, saying, all right, Mr. Acme Company, you had 75% concrete, you had 20% wood, 5% plastic, 5% metal. I think that equals 100%, but y'all get what I'm saying. They've got to have some reason to pay more for us to go through it and take the time to sort this material out. This is the new little Kubota, well, new to us, Kubota. It's a KX080-4. that Zach bought at an auction not too long ago. It's been a pretty good little machine. I don't think we've had much trouble out of it right now. We've got our buddy Sarge in there running it today and just trying to get the heavier stuff out so that we can hand sort the rest. So I promised I'd update you on the recycling. Now I think we're about to head over to Atomic Sand and check on Terry. Well, we have finally made it out to beautiful Atomic Sand here in Beach Island, South Carolina. We got the dredge way down there, still pumping some sand. I believe Terry's over there in the Hyundai 330, tossing some material down. As you can tell, we've taken the dozer and cut a lot of this slope down. This looks actually amazing. Way better than it did last year. So now we've got a nice, gentle slope, not too terribly hard on the dozer. Although, as you know, if you've seen the videos of this place in the past, we take the bulldozer, push all the way to the dredge, and then she's got to back all the way up. So we keep the cat and the Komatsu over here because more than likely one of them is needing some repairs at any given time. And haven't given you guys an update on the office over there for Terry's office because we haven't done a whole lot recently, but I think he's got some painters over there today, so that should be coming together soon. And then next week when we bring the Bergman truck out here, we're not going to start on the super high wall right there. We're going to start around the corner, and that's where we're going to start moving material and getting our nice 3-to-1 slope. See if we can haul some material up. Hopefully we can find some topsoil overburden type that has a little nutritional value to it so that we can get it planted. Now would be a good time to plant like some brown top millet or some hot season grass because it's dang hot, and get it established so we don't have too bad of erosion, and then we can make the state happy because we've been working on the reclamation of our mine site. So eventually, years on down the road, when we run out of sand, we've got to have the whole outskirts of the mining property at a 3-to-1 slope, planted in grass and stable. And so that's what we're trying to keep in mind right now. As Terry's up there in the 330, we've got to make sure that we leave enough sand to give us that 3-to-1 down to the water level, but we've still got a tremendous amount to pull out right here out of this additional 20 acres of mine site that we purchased. And I guess that's Mr. Robert down there in the dredge doing his thing, sending it all the way over to the wash plant, making our concrete sand and having himself a good old time down there in the pretty blue lake. I don't want to go disturb Terry while he's working, so we're just gonna let him keep on digging. I've got a little bit of office work to do here, and then we're gonna head back to the landfill, check on those guys, check on the dig, and wrap up the day. Oh, and we got a conference call in 1 hour. And we're back. Conference call went way longer than expected. It's almost quitting time, but I promised you we'd come back to the landfill, and well, here we are. Now let's get a view from this side of the landfill. We are down to base grade at the toe of the slope of the trash. So wherever the trash ends, that's called the toe of the slope right there. What we've got to do now is have surveyors come in and check and see what depth we're at in regards to our permit, and see if we probably got to cut a little bit deeper, to be honest. But we need them to come and survey quick like before the trash makes it on into this part of the cell. Guys are making some pretty good headway, but just that long haul, this kaolin, this chalk layer just seems to get thicker and thicker as we go back, and that is hurting us bad time on getting the stuff moved out of here. And we've got us a thunder boomer about to hit, but at least that'll knock some of the dust down a little bit. And I see trucks still dumping in the landfill even at quitting time. It never stops, folks, but that's kind of a day in my life right there. Just trying to keep my head above water, check on all the businesses, tend to my 1,500 different projects I've got going on at one time, and that's my life. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today and all the times that you do. Give the video a thumbs up if you don't mind, and I'll catch you on the next one.